My rival wanted to humiliate me in public, so she deliberately brought me to a high-end party. But as soon as we entered, the hotel owner treated me with great respect. Because he was dressed very simply, my rival thought he was just a janitor, so he arrogantly mocked us, then strutted proudly toward a private room. Little did he know in my eyes he was just a clown, because my real identity is the head of the world's largest mercenary group. Even the heirs of the two biggest Myanmar gangs are my subordinates. But to my surprise, as soon as I entered the private room, guests mocked me for wearing cheap clothes. Then they started flattering Jake, saying only Jake deserved Annie. To show off his power, Jake immediately offered to invest in Annie's beauty salon, promising to open branches nationwide. Jake thought he was radiating charm, but he didn't know Annie liked me, just because I refused to leave my hometown. Annie directly rejected Jake's investment. Jake was furious. Just as I wanted to leave, he asked me to pay the bill, because he assumed I couldn't afford it. Just the 10 Australian lobsters I had eaten cost $28,000. I immediately realized Jake wanted to embarrass me, but unfortunately his plan was doomed to fail. I called the restaurant manager and said the entire bill should go on my account. Jake tried to mock my action, but the manager respectfully agreed. This shocked Jake and the guests. Yet Jake still hadn't faced reality. He assumed I must have forced the manager with violence. Later, to get revenge, Jake pretended to be a Chamber of Commerce agent and tried to fool my neighbors, telling them if they drove me out of the old street, they could join the chamber directly. The neighbors were already unhappy with me, so ignoring Annie's objections, they insisted on kicking me out. As for Jake's chamber offer, I told them I could handle it myself. The neighbors were skeptical, so they gave me 3 days. John thought I was bluffing and wanted to drag me away quickly, but I didn't care. I used the last of my money to make a call from a payphone at the convenience store. On the other end was Tony from one of the 2 big border gangs. When Tony heard it was me, he immediately became respectful like a subordinate. I asked him to take me to meet the chamber president, with Tony's connections. I easily met the president and got the old street neighbors to join the chamber on the day of the celebration. Tony lied and claimed it was all his credit, and the naive neighbors believed him. Afterwards, the neighbors looked down on me even more, but at that moment, the gang came back to cause trouble again, to forcibly take over the old street.